2,000 years ago, before therapy apps, before self-help books, before endless YouTube advice, the Stoics had already solved one of humanity's greatest problems: inner peace. But here's the secret. It had nothing to do with positive thinking, fancy rituals, or running away from problems. In fact, it was the complete opposite. For Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, peace wasn't found in comfort. It was found in mastering something far more powerful: the mind. And today, we'll uncover the single Stoic principle that has survived centuries, a truth so simple, yet so radical, that it can free you from anger, stress, and fear forever.
Here's what we'll explore. First, why modern life makes peace harder than ever to find. Second, the Stoic principle that unlocks freedom in the middle of chaos. And third, 3 practical ways you can apply this 2,000-year-old wisdom today. By the end of this video, you'll see why inner peace isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. And the secret? It's been waiting for you since the days of ancient Rome.
Let's be honest, peace feels harder to find than ever. Notifications fight for your attention. News cycles bombard you with fear. Social media convinces you you're not enough. The Stoics would look at our world and laugh, not because it's funny, but because the same chaos existed back then. Crowded marketplaces, political corruption, plagues, wars. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, what we now call Meditations, about waking up already overwhelmed by the burdens of ruling an empire. And yet, he found peace, not because his world was easier than ours, but because he understood one timeless truth. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond.
This is the Stoic secret to inner peace. Focus only on what is within your control and release everything else. Think about it. How much of your stress comes from trying to control the uncontrollable? You can't control other people's opinions. You can't control the past. You can't even control what tomorrow will bring. But you can control your choices, your actions, and your attitude. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught this relentlessly. He said, "Some things are up to us, and some are not. And freedom comes from knowing the difference." This doesn't mean being passive. The Stoics were warriors, emperors, and leaders. It means refusing to waste your soul's energy on storms you cannot calm. Imagine 2 ships in a storm. One sailor curses the sea, screaming at the waves. The other adjusts his sails, calm and focused. Which one finds peace? That is Stoicism. Not the absence of struggle, but mastery within it.
The first Stoic practice is simple. Make a control list. Take a situation that's bothering you. Draw 2 columns. On the left, what I can control. On the right, what I cannot control. You'll be shocked how much of your stress lives in the right-hand column. Traffic, not in your control. Other people's moods, not in your control. Your effort, your words, your choices, always in your control. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The list reveals what's real and what's wasted energy. The second practice is called negative visualization. It sounds strange, but it works. The Stoics trained themselves to imagine losing what they loved, not to be sad, but to appreciate it fully. Think of your home, your family, even your morning coffee. Picture life without them. Then return to the present. Suddenly, what once felt ordinary becomes a gift. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. It's not about fear of loss, it's about gratitude in the moment. This practice transforms restlessness into peace. The third practice is the pause. When anger arises, when fear spikes, when someone provokes you, pause. Don't react instantly.
Epictetus told his students, "No man is free who is not master of himself."
The pause is your chance to step back and choose your response. Instead of firing back with rage, you choose calm. Instead of drowning in worry, you choose perspective. The pause is tiny, but it's everything. It is the gap where freedom lives. Every time you practice it, you weaken the manipulations of the outside world. And every time you succeed, you build the unshakable peace the Stoics promised. What happens when you live like this? Something extraordinary. The world doesn't stop being chaotic. People don't suddenly become kinder. Life doesn't get easier. But you change. You stop wasting energy on storms you can't control. You stop being pulled like a puppet by other people's actions. You stop living in fear of what might happen tomorrow. Instead, you anchor yourself in the only place peace has ever existed, the present moment and your own choices. This is why Stoicism has lasted 2,000 years. It doesn't promise a perfect world. It promises a stronger you. So remember the ancient secret. Focus only on what's in your control. Release everything else.
Make your control list. Practice negative visualization. Take the pause. Do these and you'll carry inside you what Marcus Aurelius called an inner citadel, a fortress of peace that nothing can touch. If this video helped you, share it with someone searching for calm in a noisy world. And if you want more timeless wisdom from Stoicism, Jung, and other great thinkers, hit subscribe because the next video might be the one that changes everything for you. The Stoics gave us the key. Now, it's up to you to unlock the door.